this is about your induction checklist. You should have this document in front of you. If not, you'll need one before you proceed. Just make sure that your name is printed there so we can read it. Today's date goes in here. And then you need to date and sign each one of these to say that you've completed and agreed. Know about my program overview. Well, you need to see me about that. It varies from program to program. We do English, Maths, Level 1, Level 2, IT, Level 1, Level 2, Entry Level. All of which, one common thing is, it's not a tutored lesson. The key thing is you learn from the computer, and you can learn in-house or you can learn from home if you're working. Okay, so that's your basic overview. You work at your own pace, and we'll talk about, so you don't have to work every day, but you will have to complete a session plan, which we'll talk about, just to document, just to prove that you've been working away on the documents. Know about my travel claims. Just initial and date that there. Knowing about your travel claims, if you're on work program customers only can claim their travel back. Everyone else, there is no travel claim. So whether or not you gain travel, you need to sign and date to say that you understand that there is no travel claim. Knowing about Learn Direct and its values, they're actually posted up on the wall in the learning room, but if you cannot see them at the moment, just to quickly go through, we're passionate and show pride in the things that we do, spells pace. We're agile, positively embrace and respond quickly to change. We're courageous and we do things that other people don't do. And we're empowering. Particularly this is adult skills, very important. Empowering is a key word, particularly for Loughborough, because what I will do, I will give you tasks and completion dates rather than stand there pointing at the screen at different things. So I'll task you to get this certain thing done by a certain date or by a certain amount of time. Okay. Weekly reviews for distance learner. If you are going to be learning from home because you're working, you will still need to complete a weekly review and you need to agree to that. The weekly review will be explained, but you have to, by law, show that you know where you are on your journey at any one time. The reviews take less than 5 minutes to complete, but you need to agree that that's going to happen. Attendance, engagement and completion monitored on your government personal learning record. This is very, very important. Once you enrol on a programme, the outcome is monitored on your government personal learning record. Everybody's got one. Because you won't be paying for your course, the government are. And what's recorded when you finish a programme is, did you attend? Did you engage? And this is a case of not just turning up and throwing plastic cups out the window, but actually work your way through your programme, and we can evidence that. And did you complete? So did you work through to the end, and did you take the test? The three things monitored on your government personal learning record will be the outcome. Most outcomes are completed and achieved. That means you worked through all your programme, you got your certificate at the end, and that's recorded. The other outcome would be completed, not achieved. So you did all of the learning, but you didn't manage to pass the test at the end. Okay. The other outcome that will be recorded is withdrawn. So if you're thinking about, well, it's a bit hard, this course is, and I might as well just bail out, I can always do it again a little bit later. You can't, because it will be recorded that you've enrolled on a programme and you've withdrawn. And I put on your government learning record that you've withdrawn from the programme. That means you will struggle to do this at a later date, because no one can get funding. You can't be funded to learn the same thing twice, because all the courses, most of them are around about £400. The government have only paid once for you to learn, if that makes sense. They're not going to pay again just because you've had a change of mind. So think about that carefully before you bail out of learning that you've signed for, because it will go down historically and everyone can see this. We have to check this before I put on a programme to make sure that you've not already claimed the funding for it. Agree to timely completion. Now, timely completion is because you don't have to attend every day and you might have 10 different days. What we give you is a time to complete. It will vary from your programme, but it will probably be round about 4 weeks for English and maths and most of the IT courses. It'll be round about 4 weeks and you have to complete in that time. It's recorded on the database. If you're not completed at that time, your learning's withdrawn. So make sure you stay on track. You can obviously tell me that you need another 2 weeks and I will add those to the system and the learning stays active. But be mindful and you have to agree to a timely completion. So you need to sign it and date it there. If you don't agree, you won't be on programme. So if you agree to complete in a timely fashion, obviously if you're working full time, you've not got as much time to learn as somebody not working at all. So we can work around that, but you will be given a date, of course. So sign and date all of those to say that you agree. Understand the centre domestics. I've mainly covered that in the health and safety. We have got a shared kitchen at Loughborough. Just be mindful that it is shared and leave it as you expect to find it. If you sign it and date it there, you can ask me about any specific domestics you need to know about. Oh, one thing I will bring up on centred domestics is I lunch between 12:30 and 1:30. So that's why the morning session ends at 12:30 and the afternoon session starts at 1:30. Don't buzz up between 12:30 and 1:30 because I won't be here and it annoys the neighbours because the buzzer doesn't know it's my lunch, but you now do. So just don't buzz between 12:30 and 1:30. So if you start in the afternoon session, buzz slightly after 1:30, not before. Okay. And then just sign and date, say that you agree to the centre domestics. Sign the letter. You should have signed that already. So again, just sign and date to say, yes, you've completed that form. You've completed the health and safety checklist. So sign and date that to say you've done that. Understand the equal opportunities policy. It's very, very simple. I could spend a day on this, but I won't. You have a basic right and a basic responsibility under equal ops. Your basic right is you have a right not to be offended by what other people do or say, and it doesn't matter whether they're staff or other students. Just report it and we will deal with it. The flip side of that is you have a basic responsibility, which is very easy. Just be mindful not to cause an offence. Just be careful what you say and bear in mind the company that you're keeping, okay, because we don't want an issue. So sign and date to say you agree to adhere. Understanding your job search commitment. If you are on JSA, used to be, it's now called something else, but if you are mandated to job search by Job Centre, then you will have to job search as part of your learning programme. You will have time to do it. You can split your morning in half and do a little bit of job search, but we do have to evidence the fact that you're job searching at the same time as you're learning. Okay, no extra job search involved, just do it here instead of at home or give us evidence. Okay. Obviously, that only affects people that have to job search. It doesn't affect any other learner. So if you're already working, that doesn't affect you, but you can sign to say that you understand. Understanding the appeals process, this is easy. It only actually applies to City and Guilds qualifications, which is English and Maths, customer service. Because the papers, the exam papers are actually marked by a human being. And if for any chance you disagree with the outcome, i.e. you didn't pass and you think you did, you can raise an appeal and they'll look at it again. Good luck though, because it is City and Guilds. I've never known them overturn a decision yet, but there you are. And that is your induction task list. complete. Any questions about that, you can speak to me personally, but just print your name here, date it here, and then let me have that back. That's it all.